The quest for the moonlight. In a quiet little village, tucked between silver hills and whispering pines, lived a small child named Alara. She was curious, gentle, and always gazed at the sky with wide, wandering eyes. Every night, she would climb to the top of a grassy hill to watch the moon rise, glowing like a lantern that promised comfort and dreams. But one evening, when Alara looked up, the moonlight was gone. The moon hung pale and dim, as if its glow had been stolen. The elders of the village whispered in worry, but Alara's heart felt steady. If the moon has lost its light, she thought, then I must find it and bring it back. So, with nothing but a small satchel, a piece of bread, and her brave, calm spirit, Alara set off into the night. Her first step led her into the forest of whispers, where the trees leaned close together, murmuring secrets only the patient could hear. The path twisted and turned, and every shadow seemed alive. At first, Alara felt uneasy. The forest whispered doubts. "Turn back, little one. You will never find the moonlight. The darkness is too heavy." But Alara stopped, breathed slowly, and listened. Instead of rushing, she sat by a great oak and allowed the voices to wash over her. She realized the whispers were not threats but memories of the forest itself, carrying the voices of ages past. By being patient, she found her way. The trees parted, revealing a glowing trail of silver moss. Her patience had turned fear into guidance. Following the silver moss, Alara reached the edge of a lake that spoke. The waters rippled even though there was no wind, and the surface shimmered like a mirror of stars. As Alara leaned closer, the lake began to speak. "I guard the reflection of what is sought. To see the way forward, you must not disturb me with restless waves." Alara knelt, but her hands trembled with eagerness. She wanted to splash the water, to force it to reveal its secret. Instead, she closed her eyes, calmed her breath, and placed her hand gently upon her heart instead of the water. Slowly, the lake grew still and clear. In its surface appeared a vision, a trail of clouds leading upward to the sky, where the moon's missing light was trapped among dancing shapes. Alara smiled. By practicing self-control, she had seen what others could not. She followed the vision's path until she climbed so high that she walked among the clouds that danced. They spun and swirled, laughing as they wove shapes of dragons, castles, and birds. But when Alara tried to pass, they swirled tightly, forming a wall. "Dance with us," they demanded. "Only those who join our play may cross." Alara tried at first, twirling and jumping, but she stumbled and grew frustrated, feeling clumsy and small. The clouds laughed louder. A spark of anger rose inside her, but then she remembered the moon's gentle patience. Instead of forcing herself to dance like the clouds, Alara simply smiled and bowed. "Your dance is beautiful," she said kindly, "but I will dance in my own way." She moved gently, softly, almost like a breeze passing through the air. The clouds grew quiet, then began to follow her rhythm instead. Together they formed a graceful path across the sky. Alara's kindness had turned mockery into friendship. Beyond the clouds, Alara came upon a valley of echoes, where voices multiplied and grew louder with each word. In the valley's heart stood a stone altar, upon which rested a crystal shard, a piece of the stolen moonlight. When Alara stepped closer, the valley echoed every thought inside her. "You are too small," the valley repeated. "You will fail. You will never reach the moon." The echoes made her chest feel heavy. For a moment, She wished to cry or shout to silence them. But then she understood. The valley was not cruel. It only gave back what she carried within. She closed her eyes and whispered, "I accept myself, even with my fears. I am enough as I am." The echoes softened. Instead of harshness, the valley repeated her calm words. "I am enough. I am enough." The shard of moonlight lifted from the altar and floated into her hands. Through acceptance, Alara had turned doubt into strength. Carrying the shard, Ilara followed a path of stars until she reached the moon's hollow, a hidden garden where the moon itself rested, pale and tired. Its great round face looked sorrowful, as though weighed down by shadows. "Child," the moon whispered weakly, "why do you carry my light?" Alara knelt and placed the shard before the moon. "Because the world needs you," she said. "But more than that, you need to remember your own glow. It was never truly lost, only hidden." She pressed the shard against the moon's dim surface, and suddenly, the light spread across the sky like silver fire. The moon shone brighter than ever, bathing the clouds, forests, and lakes with radiant glow. The moon beamed. "You have shown patience, self-control, kindness, and acceptance. These are the true lights that restore not only me, but the hearts of all who dream beneath me." When Alara returned to her village, the people looked up at the glowing moon and gasped in wonder. But Alara simply smiled, calm and quiet, for she now knew something greater. The real treasure of her journey was not just the moonlight, but the virtues she had carried all along. And every night after, when she looked up at the moon, it seemed to wink back at her, reminding her that true strength is not loud or forceful. It is calm, steady, and always shining within.